Welcome in, everybody, to Money Making Monday. That's what Trapp calls it anyways. Mondays, Docs Daily. We are live and in full effect. It is August 18th on a Monday. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm joined with Robert Ferringo. I'm joined with Craig Trapp, obviously. And I am your host, Detroit Lenny. If you have a comment, question about a game tonight, apparently there's a big Monday Night Football game on that only one person cares about. And then there's a slate of baseball. But I am a firm believer that weird things happen on Mondays in baseball. So
underdogs, then you're saying underdogs.
No, I don't
Did you see this, Lenny?
I don't have the cojones.
Is this Nolan right here? Is this Nolan? Seriously, he says the Braves should get back there. This has to be Nolan, right? He made it to
Nolan's bootleg.
Oh no. He would let us know. I wouldn't be surprised. Rockies won 5 out of 6.
Oh, come on.
And the Braves
3 in a row. First time this season. Break them up. Best team in baseball.
I mean, listen. If anybody besides, like, if somebody was to say there's one, why do you hate the Rockies so much? Why do you hate the Rockies so much? I would just say Robert Ferringo.
I love them. I love them. Wait.
Well, no.
I love the Rockies.
Yeah. Let me be clear. I love them as well.
Team right now.
Yeah. We're betting against them all year has been.
It's been great. It's been
Someone
great.
said, I don't know if this is true. Someone texted me earlier today that if you bet the plus 2.5 tonight, it's still plus money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I released the Dodgers minus 2.5, and it was like minus 120, minus 130.
That's crazy.
I'm on the team total Dodgers over 6.5. And you can find 7. I might still bet the 7.
Yeah.
If ever the Dodgers were going to lose, they just swept the rival Padres. This is like setting up, like you said, weird things happen on Monday. This would be like, if it ever would happen, it has to be today's game, right?
Let me tell you how
they either lose 6-5 or they win 10-1.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm on the over 11. So 6-5 is not horrible for me. Okay. And I'm just saying, it would piss me off on the team total, though at 6.5 I got, but whatever. I am a firm believer weird things happen to MLB. If this game, this is how superstitious I am. No. If this was the last game of the night, I would have bet the money line on the Rockies.
And you would have lost.
What is like the third? Is like the third to last game?
It's not. There's 3 other games after the Reds, Angels, Guardians, Diamondbacks.
Hey, mine is Sunday. I think weird things happen on Sundays in baseball.
Yep. That is true. I think day game days. So like Wednesdays and even Thursdays a little bit. And those day games, I think it's just crazy. It's just like, you got teams traveling. There's so many different, teams having to play on, with very little rest. I hate day games. I hate day games.
Brewers finally lost. We should probably mention
only because their bullpen had been used up. They literally the guy gave the tie up in the 9th inning. They didn't even put anybody up in the bullpen for the 10th inning. They were like, dude, this is your game to win or lose for us. Yeah. So and that guy had given up the most home runs per inning, right? Last year or something stupid. And so
I saw some stat. I know what stat you're talking about. Yeah, something like that.
It is a thing, though. Like when a team has a long streak snapped, you are supposed to bet them the game after they lose. But I didn't
against them.
You bet against them. Yeah. Like it's just letdown spot, right? Like
in the NFL,
especially winning the way that they did Friday and Saturday too. Like they got to be emotionally exhausted. Even yesterday's game went to extra innings.
They were down going into the 9th inning.
Right.
They had to hit a 2-run
home and lost 7-0 yesterday. I almost think it would have been better for them going into today than losing the way that they did. Like you got a double header today. Like how much do they have left?
They did. Yeah, they did not use their bullpen yesterday. Like I said, they literally were like telling these guys, "You're going out there for multiple innings, win or lose." Like we got it.
It is what it
is.
Knew
they had what they had today, and so they almost won. Though they still almost won. They hit a 2-run home run in the 9th that could have potentially won that game. Really, probably would have. The shortstop had an error to start that 9th inning. Otherwise, they get out of that inning, most likely win that game. So that really.
What do we think happens in these 5 games with the Cubbies?
The Cubs have been playing bad. But I will say you have especially in the NFL when teams have more than 6-game winning streak after they lose like the next game they don't cover, like it's like 78%.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking about betting against them today. I didn't do it. Number one,
because it's a double header. I don't know how you do you play the first game then, or do you play the second game? Or
Thought about doing a chase on the Cubs to win one of them, but no.
I don't know. The way the Cubs have been playing, it just doesn't give you a whole lot of like.
So listen, this plays into my handicapping as well as why I almost
Guess
went
who's
to
at the first game?
I was just going to mention this.
Yeah.
It was our guy Griffin Murphy's birthday yesterday.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Griffin.
And they're flush because they bet Vernon Croy's game of the year. So they Griffin bet it for $5,000, he said. So he's flush with cash. Him and Nick are at the day game today. Oh my goodness. Oh
I know.
My goodness.
I know. I want to watch it because if I see these two getting escorted out.
Or running on the field. Like what's
the odds on that, Raphael?
We need Raphael in here to like what can we get on some
what inning do they get tossed?
Did they go to that Bears game last night too?
They said they did, yeah.
Awesome.
They might be on a roll right now.
Remember
boys.
this? They were on and they were going to the day game, and it was a big play for I think Nick that day, and it got rained out, and that's what the rain out tickets are for today's game. So
awesome.
He was supposed to be Nick was supposed to be on with me tonight to do MLB Rapid Fire. And we did it last Friday instead, so we're going to do it tomorrow night because he's like, I ain't going to be in any shape to be doing video tonight. So,
well, that's why Robert's joining us today on Monday is because Nick couldn't be.
He's at the game right now.
He's already like, I'm Monday. Just Lenny, I'm out Monday.
They're at. Like, I think is it FanDuel? Is it the FanDuel Sportsbook at Wrigley Field? I think it's either FanDuel or DraftKings. I forget. Like right outside of Wrigley Field is the. So they're probably sitting there drinking beers, getting down on the game before they go in.
That sounds awesome.
I know. Why
are we here?
I keep saying to those guys,
man, we're doing it.
I think they might make
this whole life thing wrong.
They're making a mecca, I think, down here. Like the Cubs still play in Cincinnati. It's a couple weeks, and they want to come down here. And I'm like, that sounds fun. We'll have a good time. But I'm like, dude, it would only be if we could go to Wrigley Field, a bunch of us, because that whole Wrigleyville is a party.
I've never been. I've never, and I would love.
I've never been into the game because I always get so freaking sloshed before the game. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna sit out here.
How about those Bears though, boys? How about those Bears though?
Is it like pump the brakes because they did look great? Like, is it pump the brakes? Are they that good, or was it like just
little column A, little column B? I mean, I thought they played all right in their first game against Miami. They gave up 24 points, but I thought defensively they looked really strong in that first game. They just didn't do anything offensively, and they still scored 24 points, not playing any starters. No, they're going to be good, man. Like this is what I've been saying forever. Like it's such a false narrative that Caleb Williams had a bad rookie season. Like that's the biggest bunch of trash that just like everyone just regurgitates it like it's a real thing. Like his offensive coordinator made it 6 games and was fired. His head coach made it 10 games or whatever and was fired. And again, he still completed 63%, 20 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, and an 88 quarterbacking rating behind a terrible offensive line as a rookie for the Bears. Like he was great last year. Did he hold on to the ball and take too many sacks? Yeah, sure. Did I mention he was a rookie with no help around him? Like, sure. Like he's going to be awesome. He was awesome.
That's the part I think worries me about him is can he just get the ball out of his hands? When he just makes the read and gets the ball in his hand.
Well, that's going to come with age and maturity as the quarterback. Right. You would hope, right?
Remember what he was his last year at USC.
Hope that comes with time. That he
got in that bad habit at USC his last year after the Heisman year, where he kind of tried to make stuff happen too much instead of sometimes just getting the ball out of your hands and letting the guys make their own plays.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't do that. He took sacks instead. I'll take sacks over turnovers any day of the week. Like give me 2 or 3 extra sacks a game versus an interception. Like
I think
he still throws off his back foot a little too much. Like he doesn't. His footwork still gets a little dodgy sometimes. But dude, he's a talent. There's a reason he was the number 1 overall pick. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. Like the guy's going to be a stud. He's going to be really good. And Ben Johnson's really good. Like there were guys running wide open all game long. Like a little of that.
They did look really. They did look organized.
Right.
I will say, as I don't share Robert's enthusiasm and how well Caleb
You're a
Williams and
Lions
the Bears
fan,
will
so
do.
you're a little
I'm just saying, I do think the Bears, I'll say this legitimately, I do think the Bears are better than they were last year.
They are.
I don't
think it's going to be the offense.
I don't think they're going to compete in the division.
Like their defense has a chance to be top 5 in the league, I think. Maybe top 3. Like they are last year they were put in some terrible spots and they still were good. So it's like if you can just don't turn the ball over and maintain possession of the ball a little longer, so you give that, I think they could be.
If they have a top 10 defense, they're going to win 10 games.
Yeah.
Okay. But the problem is, to Lenny's point, and I've been saying this all summer here and elsewhere writing about it, the Bears are significantly better this year, but they have a much more difficult schedule. Their schedule's brutal. Like that division's loaded. Like they have to cross over with the AFC North. So like Steelers, Ravens, all of those teams.
Bengals,
everybody involved.
Right on top. Right. Seriously. Like there's.
And I still don't think. Originally, I thought the Browns were going to be god awful. I mean, I'm trying not to go overreaction of what I've seen in the preseason. I actually think the Browns they're
gonna be all right.
Could be decent. They're just going to be the worst team in a very good division.
I was going to say 6-7 wins.
6 wins. So they're going to be like 6 wins good. Throw a couple scares into some people. I tell you what, I was looking at that number week 1 with the Bengals coming to Cleveland.
It scares me.
And it should be. They're laying like 6 points. Like I literally was just jotting down notes the other day. And that was one of the games. I was like, I might have to take this. Like,
I wonder what happens, though, with the quarterback, how that line moves depending on which quarterback ends up starting. Like, does it move? Or is it like, I don't know.
Flacco's the worst of all the quarterbacks.
I cannot imagine they can sell.
I think Sanders is the best quarterback they have, but Flacco's not far. Listen,
Tyler Huntley is better than Joe Flacco. Tyler Huntley
should start week 1, though. If he's healthy, Kenny Pickett should start because he's got the most experience out of the young 3. I just think Joe Flacco at this age, he's like he's
awful.
It's like I don't want my grandma like doing normal things,
What does he do wrong, though? I mean, everybody says
turn the ball over repeatedly.
I don't think
Indy was
I don't think he does that
last
in
year.
regular season.
Indy was only bad because the only reason they lost games is because their quarterbacks. It's like they were really good. He could not do stuff there. So to me, he's a year older. On a team that isn't as good.
He has 15 interceptions in his last 11 games. Okay, like you play a guy like that because he's a veteran and he takes care of the ball. You know, the last time he started more than half a season was 2018.
Yeah.
Like his record is what? 6, 10.
I'm not saying he's the starter. I mean, I'm saying that quarterback room is
13 and 24 as a starter.
I mean, the whole
2018.
It can't be Dylan Gabriel. Like the dude is short and I love what he did in college. Don't get me wrong. Oregon, he beat Ohio State when I was at a huge Ohio State party. So I like he will be one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. But I don't think he's ready to be starting. Actually, Shador, I think, is the more ready of those two just because, I mean, he's seen pressure in his face his entire college career. That dude never got any protection. So I think they could be offensive line issue, but I think Pickett will start.
And going against the Bengals defense in week 1, man, somebody's going to look good. Whoever does start for the Browns is going to look good in week 1 because
I don't know if the Bengals leaked it or if Hendricks inside leaked it that they're shopping him or taking trade, but that can't be a good thing if the Bengals leak.
They're not. I don't think he plays again for them. I really think they're gonna. I don't think he wants to be there anymore. I think it's better for. This is one of those.
I get what they don't want to pay him.
Both parties.
He's an aging guy that it's like, dude, if you pay him 5 years, he's not going to give you production most likely after the next 2. But not at the level he's doing. So,
but that's not what this is about. And I don't think this is a negotiating play. Like Mike Brown, like the ownership of the Bengals have proven for decades that they're incompetent losers. Like this is not savvy negotiating. And it's not, I don't think it's arguing about the 5 years. They don't want to guarantee him any money after 1 year.
After 1 year.
Like we're talking basic stuff, right? It's not like, they're weighing all these actuarial tables and, the Bengals are just principled, negotiators. Like, no, they're just making stuff up as they go along. He sniffs it out. He doesn't want to play for them anymore. And I don't blame him. Get out of there as fast as humanly possible.
I mean, if someone said you can have I'm saying a young player, and obviously you're not going to get a return in the same, and a draft pick, I would take it because let's be honest. Even with him, that defense is going to be bad. They're going to have to outscore people all year long. So just paying him isn't going to be like, okay, this defense is going to be great.
You want to know 2 teams that I saw that are among the top lists of teams that still have a ton of salary cap and have stuff they could get him.
Lions,
one of them was Detroit.
Yep.
I didn't realize they're $33 million under the cap.
Yeah, we have room.
I don't know how.
So much room and young players that they could part with for him.
That's why the window is small.
Or draft capital. The other one's the Packers. Imagine if that guy goes to Green Bay. They have like 24 million left in cap space and a lot of young players, like one or two young receivers, one of their young receivers and a first round pick. Christian Watson and a first round pick.
Yep. I also saw Tennessee Titans, obviously, the former offensive coordinator, the Bengals now with the Titans, which would be like the Bengals like sending you to like purgatory. It's like you got to go play Tennessee. Right. To me, it's just this distraction has to end. Our defense is going to be bad. We are going to be bad defensively. We were bad last year, but our offense is going to be really freaking good. So it's like we might be able to just outscore people. We can't have the distraction, though. So either sign them, trade them, get it over with, and let's just figure it out.
I know that the Lions are saving money because you're going to have to pay some young players very soon. Gibbs, you're going to want to play Jamar Gibbs. You want to keep him in the Lions uniform as long as you probably can. I know they're not going to pay him
both running backs. You got to pay your receiver.
But no, you're going to have to pay Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep.
You're going to have to pay Amon-Ra St.
They're
Brown.
going to go from under the payroll to like having to like basically
in like 3 years. But could you imagine? Not even I would give up a first rounder for Trey Hendrickson right now from the Lions to pair him on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. Right. Are you kidding me right now? And then you have Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph on the back end of that defense, which is just a boomstick waiting to happen.
Windows don't stay open in the NFL for very long. You got to shoot your shot when you have them. I understand.
Yeah, because all you are is one injury away. Last year, look what happened to them. They had injury at the wrong time on defense. It just kept happening, and kept them out of the Super Bowl. I really think if that defense doesn't have some injuries, they're probably in the Super Bowl.
I'd spend the money.
At least a chance.
Got to take care of the ball. Got to take care of the ball. They lost turnovers. Turn the ball over 6 times. You're not. I don't care if you have the. You're not.
And turn the ball over that many times. You should just like forfeit a game. You should not be allowed.
You can turn the ball over in NFL if your defense can get turnovers too. You have to win the turnover battle. That's like NFL 101. Win the turnover battle.
Right. But I would love to see the numbers on teams that have turned the ball over 5 or more times in a game and won the turnover battle. Like the point is, don't turn it over 5 times and you have a chance to do it.
Jack's got a question here. Let's switch gears to MLB for a second.
Oh boy,
Jack's got a question about Flaherty. Jack Flaherty on the Tigers.
And you don't
today.
want Lenny's
Houston.
Say what you want about the Tigers. They're on a little bit of a roll here. Okay, I mean, yes, they lost last night, but they've won 13 out of their last 19 or 12 of 18 or.
How many of those were against the Twins and White Sox? Those should only count as
luckily.
No, Angels are thrown in there too. I'm just saying.
The hottest team in that division is Kansas City, right? Like they're playing
because they just played the White Sox a bunch of times. Like
Kansas City's 2 games over 500. How many games are they out of the last wild card spot now?
9. Oh, out of the wild card? They're 9 behind the Tigers, and they're 4 outside of the wild card.
That's too little, too late. They're just coming out just enough to screw my futures bet. That's all.
They've won 7 out of their last 10. So have the Tigers. I wouldn't call them the hotter team.
Well, Tigers. I'm saying outside of the Tigers.
Today,
I'm saying the Tigers are winning that division right now. I'm saying out of the other teams in that division, they're the team that I would worry if I was the Tigers. I don't think you can worry as far as like making the playoffs because the Tigers would really have to shit on themselves to not make as big as they. Tigers did it to the other teams last year. Remember what they did down the stretch. So it can happen where we've seen the last month of the season where a team just catches fire and everybody else kind of falls off.
I released a 1-unit play on Houston today. There's no way that Detroit is that strong of a favorite. The Tigers are 35-33 since May 30th. They have been a 500 ball club for the last 3 months. They got out to that huge start. They were 33-17, got out to that monster start. They have been a mediocre baseball team since then. Their division is obviously the worst in baseball by a long stretch, and they don't really win outside of their division. Against the National League and the American League West. Hold on, I had it written down here today. They are what? They're 33 and 35, I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're 24-13 against the Central.
Do you have what have they been since the All-Star break? Does anybody know? They're a little below 500 since the All-Star break, right?
Could be. Sounds like they're right around there. They've been playing 500 baseball for 3 months. They're not a good team. Like, they're an average team in a terrible division that has not shown any like signs or symptoms that they're going to get hot and go on a run. So when you look at situations like this, like Houston shouldn't be plus 140 today. And in fact, I think that number is coming down. Now, Detroit may win today because Arrighetti has been really bad for Houston. I'm not saying that the Tigers are going to lose all 3 of these games, but from a value standpoint, like, their money lines are not matching up what they've been for months now. I just don't think they're a very good team. Like, they're average. They're an average.
People remember what they saw at last time, and it's like, okay, if I haven't watched, for the last month, it's like, oh, Detroit's still a good team. They're still winning a division. Oh, I'm going to bet Detroit today. Like, that's just like lazy.
They got 73 wins. They're like, hey, they got 73 wins. They have as many wins as Toronto. Like, they must be as good as Toronto. Like, get out of here. Like, they're not even close right now.
Not at this point. Like, and what you are now doesn't mean what you'll be at the end of the season either, because things really can change drastically. We could say, Lenny, you remember how many games were they back about this time last year? It was like 8 games.
Oh, right? I had a stat. They had like a 2% chance to make the wild card.
Yeah. And we've seen,
and then they went on a tear. Absolutely. And then that carried over to the beginning of the year. Yep. And then natural regression happened. I mean, I didn't expect them to be world beaters.
What is someone?
I'm telling you right now, they're not gonna go on a tear like the Brewers or anything like that. But they will be a force. I still think they take this Astros series. I'll say they take the Astros series, but I could totally see them. I like the over tonight. It's 70-degree weather for this baseball game.
The bigger problem for me, Lenny, isn't how they played. It's like, okay, they get into the playoffs. Dude, who do you trust outside of Scooble? I
trust Casey Mize.
But like after that, dude, it's scary if you're a Detroit fan. Like that's the thing about the Brewers. The Brewers have like 6 pitchers. Like, I am not worried if I'm a Brewers fan. Someone goes down, we have depth. Everybody's hitting in that lineup. I mean, that's a dangerous team. Right now, because they just really don't. I guess their bullpen right now is just so tired. But outside of that, they're playing.
So look, here's the thing: since July 7th, they won a series over Tampa Bay. Okay, they took 2 out of 3 out of Tampa Bay. Since then, they got swept by Seattle, lost a series to Texas, swept by the Pirates, lost 3 of 4 to Toronto. They swept Arizona, but remember, this was after the trade deadline, after they got rid of everyone, and Arizona just got swept by Colorado. Like, they're one of the probably 4 or 5 worst teams in baseball right now. Lost a series to the Phillies, lost a series to the Twins, won a series against the Angels, and then they played the White Sox and Twins. So, I mean, even the month of August, it's been nothing but like Twins and White Sox. But the last time they beat like a halfway decent team in a series was what, Tampa Bay? I mean, and the Angels, we'll give them the Angels. That was at home, right? Like, but they're just not good.
Do you think they win 100 games? They're at 73 wins right now.
Let me check their schedule and see how many more they play.
Well, they got to play the Twins again. Think about it. They got to play the Twins again, the White Sox, the Royals.
No, they only have 1 more series against the White Sox.
How many more games they got left?
3 more wins.
Right. But they got to play the Mets. They got to play the Yankees. They have back-to-back series coming up with Kansas City. They got to play the Braves. They end with 6 on the road at Cleveland and at Boston. Like, no.
How many games they got left? That's the easy way to do it.
Well, they're 73 and 53 right now.
It's 126.
Yeah. So they got
36 games.
No.
They need to win.
No way. Because they're 500 team. More. They're basically they only have to play 500 baseball.
They're not going to get to 95. Yeah, they're not going to get to 95 wins. They're going to be a 90-win team.
Yeah, which will have a
win
chance
to their crappy division.
They'll win the division.
Robert, I'll bet you at steak dinner they get to 95 wins.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I will 100% take that bet right here. Right,
you guys heard it right now.
They're basically they're like the Jaguars or the Houston Texans in the NFL. Like they're the best team in a disgusting division.
And even
I'll take the Houston Texans comparison, but don't ever compare us to the Jaguars.
But even more so, if they're
mean,
up by
that's just mean.
If they're up by 6 games
at
the end of the season, like they're going to give everybody rest towards the end of the season because they're going to be winning the division by 6-7 games. So it's like they won't have that motivation.
But they won't. But listen, they're playing. I think seeding could be a problem here because, like Robert said, the last games are what against the White Sox or not the White Sox,
the Red Sox, Indians on the road. They got to go to
Indians will be out of it.
They got to go to New York to play the Yankees. They have to play Atlanta. Another thing, we just said that Kansas City's playing a little better, and they're 9 games back, which seems insurmountable. They play 6 games against each other in the next 13 days. If the Royals are on a little run here and they win, let's say 5 out of those 6 games and pick up 4 games, okay? And then let's say that Detroit does lose 2 out of 3 against Houston, which I think they will, while Kansas City is playing whatever schlubby, divisional team that they're playing. Who are they playing? Oh, they're playing Texas. So, but I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could be going into September and Kansas City's only like 4 or 5 games off the pace. Then it is a little bit of a battle, and they have the easier schedule than Detroit does. Detroit does not have an easy schedule the rest of the way. There's no way they're going
you're saying, Lenny,
14.
But I wouldn't be running to the bank to
I'm not running to nowhere. I'm just saying I think it'll be competitive down the run. I'm not running nowhere. First of all, I haven't ran since the 90s.
I think you Lions have a better chance at winning like going far in the playoffs than does the Tigers. Let's just say that. But
who does?
The Lions have a better chance, and I think that it is going to be that division. I don't know about Minnesota. I still don't know about McCarthy. I just
he can't throw the ball fast 20 yards. He couldn't in college. What do you think? He got stronger now?
I thought the whole reason they brought Daniel Jones in. Late in the season, they brought Daniel Jones in. I thought, he's going to be the future backup there. They're going to, obviously let Darnold go, which they did. They let him go to freaking Indianapolis. Now who's their backup? Who's Minnesota's backup now? It's
Sam Howell.
I'm like, dude, I would have loved to have, I don't know. To me, maybe they think Sam Howell has a better upside. That's obviously
who knows.
Hey, couple of things. Timmy Slim asking about thoughts on Ketel Marte over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's super hot. Don't love it today. Arizona again just kind of looks like a team that has given up. Facing Cleveland, really good pitching staff. They don't score a lot of runs, but they don't give up a ton of runs. Gavin Williams is coming off a bad start, but he's actually been pretty good over the last month. He's only outside of his last start, where one of them, I think he gave up a 3-run home run. He gave up 4 runs, two home runs. Prior to that, 5 of his previous 6 starts, he'd allowed 2 runs or less. So I don't like that. And don't be skewed by the fact that Marte put up some hits and runs over the weekend in Colorado. You're always paying that Rockies tax.
If I owe you something, send me a message. Everybody knows how to reach me, but don't put it on here. Like I send out last year over 500 shirts, jerseys, and hats. So if I miss you or something, send me a message personally. Like
you gotta email him. What's your?
I'm not hard to find.
Yeah, you can't miss him.
Twitter. He's a Twitter guy. Tweet at him, bro.
No, he's not a Twitter guy.
Oh, you're not a Twitter guy?
But everybody has my personal cell phone. If you need me, text me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don Gomez also asked, do the White Sox have a chance? In life, no. And today in Atlanta, definitely not. Spencer Strider has not been good recently, but his stuff is still good, if that makes sense. Like there's nothing wrong with him. He's not.
There's 2 guys pitching today, though, right? Strider and Gollin. If you faded Strider and Gollin this year, they both have I don't understand it. It's like, dude, if you wake up and you have their stuff, you think you have a chance to win Cy Young type stuff. Sure. Yet look what they've done this year. It's like if you bet against them every game, you are super profitable.
Yes, but today Strider is at home. They've won 5 straight, 8 out of 9. They're facing the White Sox, and the guy that the White Sox are trotting out there. I think I looked it up. He's given up 18 runs in 21 career innings. outside of his last start. First start of his career, he went 5 innings, gave up 1 run. But he's pitched for like 5 years. He's not like a rookie or anything like that. He's like a late season call-up guy who's gotten his ass lit up. So, no, this is going to be bad news for the White Sox today.
Someone said he's battling a blister.
Yeah, he's battling with a blister in his
hey,
pitching, man.
We can maybe use excuses recently, but look at his season. It has been. I don't understand it. Him and Zach Allen are like, I just don't get it. Like, I mean, it was Nick and them that went to, when they were in Arizona, went to see him. It was against actually the Pirates.
Skeens.
And Skeens had absolutely lit him up as an underdog, if you remember way back when that was the case. So it's like, I don't know. If you fade those guys, maybe not tonight, but the rest of the season, I think you're probably going to do pretty well.
He just hasn't come back from last season's injury.
The crazy thing is he does put up strikeouts, though. He's been a pretty good strikeout prop guy. If you like betting prop strikeouts, he'll get like 8 strikeouts and give up 5 runs. It's like, I don't even know how that's possible. Usually you give up 4 or 5 runs, you get pulled.
But to that point, 2023, he made his 32 starts. He had 281 freaking strikeouts that year. 281. He's made 15 starts, so half as many starts this year, only 98 strikeouts. So his velocity is still pretty good, still upper echelon. His stuff looks pretty good, but he's obviously just not all the way back from the injury. He only made 2 starts last year, got hurt, missed the season. He's just not the same guy, but I just don't think you have to be that dude to beat the White Sox.
There's another guy it's been an auto fade guy. May. Dustin May is pitching tonight. Dustin May.
Your boy.
Dustin May.
I know he was good last time, but his first start for the Red Sox, he got torched. I don't know, but he's another guy. Elite stuff. You're like, dude, this guy. And then you're like, where's it been this year?
Yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers obviously gave up on him. They just were at a point were they're like, threw their hand up and like, I don't know. Like,
I think he's a head case.
I don't know. Is he a head case, Robert? I haven't heard that about him.
You don't know
he's got to be. He's just he's inconsistently inconsistent.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're a head case. Sometimes just guys lack control and like they just, and he did. I will give these guys, they are coming off injuries, Strider and May, but at some point you're so far into the season, you're like, dude, you've had the season to figure it out.
Right.
It's, you got to call a spade after a little while. It's like, okay, maybe you aren't what you once was.
Couple guys sniffing around that Red Sox over. I don't love that just because Trevor Rogers has been so good. And like Craig just said with May, he's either really good or he's really not. He's really good, really good May tonight. Then no, I could see that being like a 4-2 game. Then again, like Baltimore's hitting the ball. Baltimore is starting to play a little bit. Like they're not going to be a walkover for the teams in their division here down the stretch.
They went from a pitcher.
What's that?
Baltimore get their stuff together. Is that what do you think? Is it fair to say that? I don't know if I'm willing to go. They got
next year. No. Next year, coming into the season, I'm going to be all over the Baltimore Orioles. But just watching them over the last few weeks, I mean, the first 2 months of the year, they were awful. They were like actively bad. One of the 4 worst teams in baseball. They're not that. They're another team I can see them playing 500 ball the rest of the way. And that's better than what they were playing for the first 3 months. You know what I mean? They're underdogs just about every day. They're going to be playing high profile games against the Yankees in Toronto and stuff like that. Like they're not just going to be a walkover for those teams.
Spoiler, possibly.
Like, a little spoiler. I can see that.
All right. Here's the problem I have with May. In addition, by the way, is that May went from pitcher friendly Dodger Stadium to not pitcher friendly. Like Fenway. And that I think he'll be a better road pitcher than he will struggle at home a little bit, give up a little more home runs. So FYI.
All right, Robert, what do you got going on tonight before we get out of here? Tell everybody where they can find you.
I got nothing. I got some baseball plays, but I wouldn't play my baseball right now. I've been pretty bad over the last 5 or 6 weeks, so I'm not feeling high on that. I gave away a couple of my baseball plays that I'm rated plays here. I still have that 8-unit futures play that is available. Can't stress enough how much I like this play. And you only have a few more days. It's a college football one, so you only have a few more days to get down on it. I did have a winning week in NFL preseason, so it went 5-2 this week, 6-2 last week. That's 11-4 back-to-back winning weeks. Feeling very good heading into the football season, so that is where my focus is.
Sounds like a plan. Craig, what do you got going on?
I've been really red hot with baseball 8-2, but I only have a 4-unit and a 2-unit in MLB tonight. My big play is actually a prop in MLB, a 7-unit. I just think, like you say, Mondays can be a little crazy. And I always think Mondays is a good day for props. And to have a little lesser units on your sides and totals, in my opinion. And this becomes a bigger issue, FYI. Between now, once football starts, the odds go crazy because what happens is everybody that loses on the weekend, they go find the biggest favorites on Monday.
Monday, yeah. Monday gets real weird.
They're down 1,000. You say they're $100 better come Monday. They bet the Monday Night Football game, of course. And then they go like, hey, let's go bet all these big favorites and try to get our money back. And so now the big favorites, instead of minus 180, they're minus 260 and stuff. So be really careful on Mondays once football starts. That's just like the PSA out there.
Fair enough. We'll have a lot more content. Don't forget, we got betting outside the box today at 6 o'clock Eastern. Later this week, Thursday, football release party is Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern. So be on the lookout for those two things for sure. Other things happening this week I can't remember.
Hey, don't forget. Hey, we got the boys coming at the stadium. So what day are they in this week? Because we got to get like the.
Oh yeah, so Griff, I think they're coming to Vegas. I don't know. It's
no, I mean like tomorrow. Are they on Docs Daily tomorrow?
Griffin is. Nick's not till Wednesday.
Because we got to hear the story.
Yeah, we got to hear some tales. They're gonna have
story tomorrow.
No, and that's pending, by the way. I mean, by the way, you could see the three of us back on Doc.
Whether or not he can get a hold of his lawyer tonight, whether or not he can make bail.
I don't know. Like my phone, I got to keep it on.
He's got bail money. He had 5,000 on the. He's got $5,000 bail money already sitting there. So
well, it's in his pocket. I don't know if that.
Although he might drink that away tonight. Like,
listen, he's already parlayed that into something else, probably. New customers, free $60 account. DocSports.com/free60. Links in the description of the video. Don't forget to check out the Premium Plus. There's links in the description of the video as well. It starts as low as $4.99 for the entry-level premium, members only, YouTube, whatever it's called. $4.99, $19.99, and $49.99. Everything's in the description of the video. Best product on YouTube, hands down. You want premium plays? Use that free $60 account on these two knuckleheads. They definitely have some action. Not today for Robert. I mean, unless you want some little bit of baseball action, just a little bit of baseball action. But get in, Robert. You got a preseason this week. Are you doing preseason football this week?
No, that was a winning preseason for me. I'm taking the money and run. There are two games that I like in college football this weekend, so we're getting ready. And next week is going to be nuts.
Get ready, folks. Get in the car. Buckle up. We're taking off. Football season is upon us. Take advantage of this free $60 account. We'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Good luck, unless you're against us. Take care, folks.